All right. Should get up the stream, get to enjoy that little bit of wonder of audio doubling up. I guess I could probably mute myself in advance this time, given that I'm thinking that far ahead. Let's just wait for everything to load. Come on. Okay, yes. So I might as well do two things at once here. Is this? Are we gonna have issues with lag? I do want to check that and kind of be a little bit wary of that to begin with, because I really, really do not want to lose this to lag. Where am I? Performance mode. There we are. Okay. Come on. Where's channel dashboards taking ages? Content. It's my own content. Shouldn't be that hard to... There we are. Okay. And I should be able to open this and just get a chat box going. Okay. Tiny amount of feedback before I pause that. That's all right. Okay. And there we are. Okay. Yeah, it's been freaking ages since I've done this. Okay. Let's just see. How does this feel? Just run around. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, so stuff's going to get a little bit weird here. I really should probably organize my inventory a little bit before starting this. Because, so essentially, for those who didn't see the previous stuff I've done on this, essentially, when I've attempted hardcore BoNS in the past, I actually set myself a significantly harder challenge. I set myself the challenge of doing it without the big one, essentially. The idea was to see what a pre-Crux run would look like. Essentially, I've decided that was, in principle at least, viable in the past. I'm not convinced as to how viable it is anymore. And so today, essentially, the plan is to... Yeah, but basically there have been tons of updates, and the other day I came up with what I think is a kind of clever idea for a run. For a way of pulling this off. I probably want to have the big one accessible. It should remain in my hotbar, but there's a chance maybe I decide at some point that I'm going to swap over to having healing cherries and stuff in the hotbar. But alright. Cool, let's go. Why is that offset? Anyway, for the same reason my imagination was offset, I don't know. But yes, so challenge for the day: hardcore Battle of Nimber Station. Usual rules. So that means I'm not wearing any armor, I'm not using any weapons. I am allowed to use consumables only. So yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the same rules as usual. And I have, yeah, absolutely no idea how this is. Well, so okay, so I've done a bit of testing. So the plan, I mean, we'll see this essentially as I get into it, but the plan is essentially to mess around, get out of bounds. So I get out of bounds on wave 3, and then from there, essentially I can manipulate enemy AI, like, in lots and lots of ways. Getting out... Oh, I don't like the... Do not like the lag. We're getting there. That's not good. So, first bit of AI manipulation. I'm going to stand here. I'm probably going to stand there, actually. There we are. This is a place they can't get to. And so they just try and get as close to me as possible. So that's going to be useful for early rounds. Specifically, it's going to be useful for the first 2 rounds. So yeah, so what's changed? Why has this suddenly become a completely different run from what I was doing in the past? So essentially, enemy AI has changed a lot. It's okay. Now I actually need to pay attention for this round. Okay, so this round I need to kill off one mech, ideally right at the, I need one of those hits counted. Okay, I know I'm going to swap over to this. Just so, I guess I really could be using the big one here, couldn't I? Okay, let's give it a go with the big one. Probably going to take a... There we are. That's actually... That was a fairly good choice. And you're still on... Nope, that didn't count. Yeah, so the other thing we're going to have to pay attention to, at least right now, is enemy. What happened there was I got caught on a mech's projectile. There we are. Okay, you're down. Cool. So now, okay, somewhere they can't reach. There are lots of places like this. There are times when they fly. I don't necessarily know what determines when enemies fly sometimes, but regardless, doesn't actually matter for us today, because it certainly seems that there are only a certain set of circumstances when they can fly, and if we can prevent them flying, we just don't let them get into positions where they can fly, then we can really confuse their AI just by jumping about a lot. Probably take me a hot minute to pull this off. Maybe not. That was bad. Still made it. Okay. So, first step I'm going to go for is getting out of bounds. And the out of bounds I'm going to go for is, yep, around here. Okay. I'm then going to... So, there are a couple of places you'll see me go in this run. This is probably going to be the main place. So, the issue is that, annoyingly, we can't aggro enemies from just anywhere. Enemy aggro range, what really changed this run is that enemy aggro range has been increased an absolute ton. They will now see you from basically anywhere on the map. Annoyingly, however, there are places you can go to escape enemy aggro range. Okay, now this is the point where I start equipping this. Okay, so how I'm going to begin this run... Yeah, so essentially, if I go like a long distance over here, probably not everything will see me. So honestly, for the moment, we're just going to sit here and we're going to wait. And we should start seeing stuff coming around that corner. We won't see everything. And this is why I joked before starting this run that this was probably not only going to be the world's first run, the world's first hardcore BoNS run, but at the same time, it's also probably going to be the world's longest BoNS run. Because realistically, no one back in the day was surviving this long. Where is everything? Stuff should be... Oh, fun. Okay, most of it wasn't loaded. Okay, so that's kind of nice. That's just a good thing to know, that if we start off that far away, whilst we're... So there are two radii which are important, or there are two distances which are important for things. One is their aggro range, which is that's a range centered around the thing you're trying to fight. The other is the de-aggro range, which is, like, that's a fixed distance from where they spawned in. Okay, so, yeah, so what I can do... Okay, so first off, so for the early game, honestly, this just, being out of bounds, what this lets us do is it just lets us stagger enemies a lot more. It's a lot closer to what the old run used to look like. As in, you aggro a few enemies at a time, you take them out in some neat way. Ideally, I'd work out where I stand to aggro enemies and stuff like that, so I know exactly which enemies are coming when I walk each distance each round. Really, that seems like a lot of effort, a lot of memory. Okay, if I take too many more steps forward, I'm going to get sucked towards there, which will be fine as long as I don't aggro too much. Again, I probably don't need to be this Oh, I'm already actually in a place where I'm getting sucked in. Yeah, I don't need to be this cautious on early rounds, but I just want to get some practice with this strategy. Hello, Idifix, by the way. Imagine being level 45. Could not be me. Yeah, okay, so... And again, there's a reason I said this is going to be slow, but... This is good. This is going to be like slower than the original, my original hardcore BoNS runs, but the aim is that it should just be, if this works, it should just be completely safe. Okay, so next up, I am going to go in. So this was really scary the first time this happened to me, getting pulled in that far. However, as long as you're not actively being attacked, you can get out of here. Just takes some well-timed jumps. But yeah, okay, and so now we reach the point and this is going to be a thing with every round. So you can see why this is essentially with this outbound strat, we come back to what most of the other rounds were back with old hardcore BoNS, except it's a lot harder to... Okay, so do that. Yeah, it's... Except, yeah, now I can't see when and where I'm aggroing and de-aggroing things, which is going to be annoying. That should be all right. Yeah, it would be nice to have a little bit more control over that, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. It's nice that we have a strategy which works at all. So honestly, this hill might be a reasonable place, because also, I don't actually mind aggroing too much stuff, in principle. So what I haven't really demonstrated, what I haven't really abused yet, is some of the stuff I can do with manipulating enemy AI over by that giant cliff. So you would have seen me basically teleporting up to the top of that cliff. You may have wondered how I did that. That's my key thing. That gets me out of the damage range of almost every enemy. I'm going to actually pull this guy a little bit further. Yeah, okay, so yeah, you can definitely see like this early game, I can do this early game pretty trivially. The reason why I get out of bounds as early as I do, rather than playing a few more rounds, is just it means I have to deal. It means I have to deal with the mech manipulation. Yeah, essentially, or rather, I don't have to deal with the mech manipulation. It's a lot easier when there are fewer enemies to kind of isolate the mech and jump on its projectiles and stuff like that. Okay, where are the remaining enemies? Okay, so this is where... Yeah, so there's going to be a lot for this, a lot of just learning where to run, when to run, but this isn't one of them. Yeah, essentially this is just a much safer strategy. Anything else? So I can run down here good ways. This does force me to be able to... This does force me to pull off this out of bounds somewhat reliably. Which is there. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to have to be able to do that, because otherwise there's a very strong risk of getting stuck. Hopefully this is enough to spawn in the remaining enemies. Get them out. Yeah, so this is essentially what it's going to look like. There really, for the moment, is just going to be a lot of just practicing how to manipulate enemies. I don't think the Stromlings can run straight up here. Yeah, they have to come to the side, which is actually perfect for me. Like, the fact that I can get all the way up there. So, okay, I'm going to just... Ow. I'm going to just try starting by aggroing a lot of stuff. Probably not a good... No, there's no way I can get close enough. Okay. Let's heal up. Okay, so... Spiderling aggroed. Where can they go from here? Okay, they can just come straight up. Okay, that's fine. That's part of the plan, because they can't do this. They can just stand and watch, apparently. But if I get far enough away... I was assuming if I got far enough away, they'd do something. They certainly have in testing. Okay, so I just want them to work out that, hey, they can come and get me around here. Nice, yeah, okay, so they can't walk all the way down here. They get a little bit confused, so now they're going to start heading towards me in this direction. Ideally, I want to lure them as far as I can to that corner. I want to perform the same trick I did a minute ago, just to hop up. Oh, hello, I was not paying attention. But yeah, I could probably, honestly, even start doing stuff like this. Because, yeah, it's like, honestly, that's not a terrible idea. Like, I can outrun stuff. This might just be a good strat. The real concern with the spiderlings is that they get up close. As long as they're not getting up close, I can deal with, well, I guess potentially up to 4 spiderlings at once if I'm clever. Ideally, I won't really ever want to have that many aggroed at once, but I can in principle handle it if I do. But yeah, so already... Already you can see this fairly... Okay, so we've got, if I'm remembering correctly, what? 1 mech and 2 hammer stromlings. It's been a while since I've done any of these rounds, but that should be it. Okay. And this is where things do just genuinely get tedious. There is going to be a lot of me hopping back and forth. That's not very nice. Smitty Verben Jaggerman Jensen. Fix is a lovely gentleman. Truly uncalled for. Yeah, okay, and so again, we should have more than enough. So we should be able to aggro everything at any point by... Ooh, that's actually really good. I managed to aggro exactly 1 of those. Okay, actually, that's kind of huge. Okay, I messed that up, but that's fine. So I'm faster at climbing this than that is. There we are, and we rinse and repeat. So, I'm just interested in knowing on what basis you hated a fix, random person. Like, hating me, fair enough. Is this just a game of random chat? Hop into random chat, hate random person, and then leave? Or did he kill your pet dog? He does that sometimes, and it's kind of annoying. So I can, if that's kind of got to you, I can understand. It's not very nice like that. Oh, okay. I now suddenly understand who this person is. Okay. Hello, Trounty. Was confused as heck because I know I've gotten random hate mail before, but I wasn't anticipating Idafix would have done. Okay, I wasn't actually processing what I was doing here at all. We've got what should have 1 spiderling at some point. Yeah, okay, 1 spiderling coming down there. I'm gonna just try and get a free hit off if I can. That. Honestly, maybe I can just keep backing up a little bit further. Enemies aren't great at pathfinding on these. There we are. What? Okay, I missed one of the hits on the spiderling. Should be recharged in time. There we are. Who are these people? Yeah, I ask myself that same question every day. Okay, yeah, I want to manipulate the mechs, because there are quite a few of them. They're going to get annoying. So I'm going to hop down. Honestly, I might even de-aggro some of them. So for some enemies, if you get close enough to the edge of the map, you can actually... Yeah, as you can see, I've de-aggroed a couple of those. That guy's still watching me, but we've got fewer. I'm just going to let them return to their original positions. Actually, do I even bother doing that? I wonder if I can actually just... They should be far enough away that I can use the usual terrain warp. Here. Nope, I messed that up. That is genuinely nerve-wracking every time. I just want it noted that that is absolutely terrifying. That's alright, and now... Approach, take them out one at a time. Well, maybe not one at a time, but... Should be fairly spaced out. There are other plans I do have for taking these out, but... Yeah, this is not efficient in any way. But hopefully will be good enough. Okay, and now we begin the process of aggroing the remaining enemies. Wait, can I just... Oh, okay, cool. That's going to be useful, actually. That looks like an easier outbounds than the one over by this. Okay, yeah, everything remaining aggroed. So I should get outbounds, because that's a lot of pain if that stuff gets to me. However, maybe I actually get... I don't know. There's going to be a little bit of developing tactics here. However, I suspect getting 3 hits here isn't a bad idea. I should get up. This might be where I die. If I'm bad. Okay, no. That was actually quite scary. Jump scare. Oh, I'm probably dead. Not. Okay, but I shouldn't have taken that risk. Realistically. So, I mean, yeah, a lot of this is going to be me just learning to judge what risks I can safely take and which ones I can't. Because there are going to be... Okay, this honestly... Oh, wait, no, you can literally just run up here. Oh, the Muckle Blotch. Okay, I don't... I don't know how I'm going to handle this fight. I tested, like, as far as wave 5, so this... prior to this, so this is as far as I've ever... Well, this is further than I've ever tested. In principle, this should just be the same as fighting Muckle Blotch normally. However, actually, ranged weapons are lovely, right? Because I think if I jump down, it's got to turn around. Yeah. Okay, I can just keep doing this indefinitely. He can never catch me. It's kind of boring. Where was the route up? Is it here? I'm probably dead. There it fix. Okay. Messed that up, but proof of concept I think does hold. I will probably... I'm honestly surprised that run went as well as it did. Because I haven't... Yeah, I've just not yet worked out a lot of the safe strategies which I'm going to need to implement if I want to actually pull this off. Ooh, some weird stuff there. Okay. But this... no, I'm tempted to throw the big one, but I'm kind of... It does scare me slightly. So I'm just gonna go for the safe strat. And again, I just stand here. So stuff will pathfind to on my right. However, there'll be a couple which pathfind past me. And yeah, they actually can hit me. However, that's fine. And then same again. Oh, not quite. I'm bad. Fortunately, the big one's freaking overpowered. Okay. Oh, okay, okay, fair enough. No, looks like it isn't. Okay. So I'm going to swap over to healing cherries. Clump up the enemies. I'm probably not going to do the ground pound strat for killing them. I'm probably just going to big one. There we are. Everything's nice and clumped up. Easy enough. Okay, and then we out of bounds. I had hopes, you know. I had hopes that the first run would just go perfectly. It was very much a forlorn hope. Like there was no chance of it actually happening, but you know, I could have dreamt. I could have dreamt. Would have been cool. Yeah, I think so. I'm genuinely debating how I take out Murgle Blotch because I did have like I had strategies for taking him out. Ow. That's why I should swap over to healing for this. There we are. Is this Idafix? Yep. Hello there, Idafix. Can I trust you to have safe for work messages on stream? Can I get better? Realistically, I've spent a lot of time trying to get better, and the answer seems to be no. I definitely can. My bank balance definitely, and now you definitely doesn't seem to ever get any better. Unlike some people's, which almost seems to be infinite. Okay. Have that. Guess that kind of makes sense. Well, I can confuse the heck out of them by just jumping over here. It's fine. They'll take a minute to run back down. Oh, no, I'm going to mess up. Okay, let's not do that. There is one out of bounds I still haven't used yet, or one other out of bounds route I still haven't, hello there, messed with yet. The issue with it is that I don't know if I can get back up for it. Oh, hello there. Whoa, I was not ready. I was not prepped at all. Yeah, okay, so this is why maybe I should just head down there. I should just play it safe rather than trying to manipulate AI around around that slalom the enemies have to climb. I do like the slalom for non-ranged enemies. Is the only issue. So I wonder if there's a good way. So yeah, I wonder if I would like a good way of manipulating them. Okay. Nothing spawning. So I'm looking top left. There we are. Honestly, I'll just spawn everything. Shouldn't be an issue. There we are. Nice. Everything spawned. And I run out of bounds. Cool. So let's just... Was not anticipating this. I should have. Oh, why? Huh, okay, stream lagged for a second there. I don't know totally what happened. Easy enough. Okay, and then we hop back out. I really need to remember where this is. Where is it? That's somewhere anyway. Okay, so the invisible wall here is actually minorly annoying. I also wonder if you can get on top of the... Out. Okay, yeah, I'm going to... I think I might mess around with safing this a little bit further. But yeah, I wonder if you could get on top of those towers, like the Paradox building jump. I wonder if that works in out of bounds Battle Station. Scary, scary, but all right. It's fine. Ideally, it will be almost perfect if I can keep timing these so that I'm throwing them whilst the spiderling's shooting at me. Yes. Like, turn off the enemy's AI. Or seeing whether I could break it in the same way I managed to break the enemy AI with that ground pound, or by ground pounding in that precise spot over there. That's where I haven't really found any places like that. Or rather, the issue is that I do have some places like that, but ranged enemies are still a problem. Oh yeah, I forgot we're wave 5. It's a good point, yeah, Idifix. So you currently teaching? I'm bad. Oh yeah, of course, none of them are gonna. Honestly, let's just. They're gonna run along the ridge. You can one-shot hammer stromlings with the big one. So as long as I've got space to run back, we'll be fine. Or not. I was hoping that would, so in principle, wait. That's weird. Why was there a physics object there? Okay, they seem to be throwing in sync, or shooting in sync. They were. That in theory should have been good for me, but I don't have timings worked out yet to properly handle those. Teaching about how to not be bad at LU. If someone has a class on that, could you please let me know? I would really appreciate to know. Seriously, what the heck? Okay, I guess I'm going the... This shouldn't be the safe route. That really is like my... no, I don't like that. Okay, I'm going to wait for it to shoot again. No, throw it. Ah, I took damage. Not happy. That was bad. Okay, so yeah. Fortunately, yeah. I can outmaneuver things, so... That was bad. However, I do have the advantage that these guys can't run properly. I don't like it. On the terrain I'm currently standing on. Did I get that? Yeah, okay. Cool. That's alright, and that should... Scary, scary. Heal. Okay. Ugh. It's terrifying. Yeah, essentially... What the... Okay. 3, I should de-aggro. It's probably the strat. Like, again, it's boring as heck. But I would prefer to have slightly more boring strats. And actually manage to achieve this. So, now we wait a second. That guy apparently gets incredibly confused as to where he's going and what he's trying to do. I guess we see what our... Thanks there, Edifix. No! That's what I'm scared of. For what it's worth, that's what I've been terrified of every time I've done that. Because literally, the strat is you yeet yourself off into the void. Ah, dang it. Okay. Next run. That's annoying as hell, but like, yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. No, definitely. I did deserve to screw up there. I honestly just enjoy watching this. This is just, like, kind of funny. Will they hit me? No, interesting. They don't. So lots of places they will rise up, but they didn't there. Okay. I kind of... Ideally, I just get lucky and a mech spawns right next to me. Good enough. Oh, no, that might not have killed. It looks like it did. Okay, cool. Then clump up. Wait, why am I... Lag, not good time. Okay, and now I do just a touch of manipulation. Everything over here. Make them go back on themselves. And, yeah, no, Okay, and then back out bounce again. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of me repeating this out bouncing, and these runs are so incredibly slow. Like, in principle, I kind of, the idea of this strategy is that nothing I have to do is in principle hard. But, boy, are the runs slow. Also, in theory, I guess, actually, this would be doable without the big one. Because essentially, with being able to get that far out, it comes back to being able to aggro the enemies one at a time. The issue is that, like, I have to know where they are. I have to be able to predict that, and I'm probably not going to actually learn how to do that anytime soon. But in principle, this is no different from the old run. I'm honestly what's the strat for the horseman? Same as the strat for every other enemy. Like, in principle, you don't need any other strats, because I guess I haven't shown off my main strat yet, have I? Okay, I'll do that with spiderlings in 2 rounds time. Yes, so sorry, I've been kind of trying to ad hoc ad lib this stuff, but I'm going to pretend I didn't see that message. It's true. Well, to be fair, I've only accidentally died to 1 enemy so far. The other thing I accidentally died to was just jumping off into the ocean like an idiot. Yeah, let's... Okay, honestly, yeah. So, really, like, the nice thing about this is enemies don't get clumped. The change in AI, the reason that really messed up the run is that enemies started getting clumped. Oh, I didn't realize you were that close. Okay. And, like, you couldn't really unclump them. You always had all of the enemies aggroed on you at once. Ow. Let's... Really hoped auto aim would come in clutch there. Didn't quite. Where are they? Oh, okay, there. They're not going to come down because they're... So, mechs will, if you get a certain distance away, they'll pathfind towards you. However, if they're within shooting distance, they won't bother. And to be fair, makes sense. So they're actually one of the more annoying enemies to manipulate, because you've always got to get further away than you actually want to end up. Probably can't. Should be able to aggro one thing from here, right? And anyway, so, and I do really love the slalom here. Also, okay, where the heck is the safe route? Okay, the safe route up's there. I do just need to remember the safe. Oh, hello. Oh, got another one. Can just do that. I want to pull the mech up a little bit further. And then from here. Let's do it. Okay, and then probably 2 stronglings left. But yeah, the summary of this run is honestly at the moment just tedium. But yeah, essentially the strategy for horsemen, the strategy for any enemy aside from mechs is essentially a, like, proper version of what I messed around with Merkle Blotch earlier. It's a, like, grown-up version of just hopping back and forth along here. I mess with the fact that there are places where I can get almost instantly out of range with them, specifically that kind of teleporter up thing, as far down as I like. There are some constraints, so, like, the enemies need to be kind of walking in the right direction, but I can, in principle, throw a bomb like that and catch enemies as they're coming back. So maybe what I'll do is I'll attempt to show this off. I'll aggro everything. And they're going to start coming up. They're going to actually try to, and they could do a reasonable job of cutting me off. Except I don't think so. In normal LU, there's a barrier here. In Battle of Infestation, there isn't. Okay, and so that's going to start the enemies coming around. They should be starting the enemies coming around. Apparently not. Wait, can I assume I can't just hit you from here. I might be able to, actually. I can. I think we found our strategy. I wasn't anticipating it being that easy, but I was really expecting to have to do a lot more work there. But I think I can literally just pull those guys down here. Ranged attacks only, and the rule is essentially I am fine with ranged attacks. Because ranged attacks don't do enough damage to, or at least for a good while, they don't do enough damage to be a real issue. Hello there. Do not see you coming. I'm assuming I'm not in a position to aggro anything, so let's just try and get out of here. Yeah, and so this is absolutely terrifying. If I jump in there, aggro stuff, and can't get out, that is one of the scariest feelings. Because it's... yeah, it's just... yeah. Okay, so... and now we deal with what should never be a hard jump. This is fundamentally an easy jump. But it also does have the potential to end the run. That is honestly, I think, one of my favorite tricks in LU. It's that terrain warp. But okay, so honestly, I think I want to actually try and abuse that spot a little bit more. Because honestly, that spot plus a bit of de-aggroing. So there are some rounds, I forget what it is. I want to say it's like round 12 or something, where you've got to deal with an absolute ton of spiderlings. Those could still potentially be an issue. There are rounds with like tons of ranged enemies. That could still very much be a problem. Okay, so I think I want to try and go for the same strat. I think I want to pull the enemies to honesty. Boring. Can do that, but and it's okay, yeah, it's the two. Sorry, I forgot which enemies we had at the moment. It also depends somewhat on where they spawn as to where you can aggro them from as well. And so I guess there won't always be a consistent setup. But the nice thing is, one thing which really wasn't guaranteed with all of this, but which we do get, is that you never have to go back in bounds. So that could have killed this as a concept. If there were any points where I were forced to go back in bounds, we could have real issues. Okay, where will you run if I stand here? Because it can't get up there. Okay, runs up, probably to the other side of this wall. Okay. Interesting to know. I don't know if I have any plan for that. Okay, so yeah. Gonna try the same again. Do we have one spiderling? We've also got another spiderling at the top, right? If I'm recalling correctly. So again, okay, stuff's going to be coming from kind of this direction. So I want to already be getting some preliminary damage if I can. And I just pull them down. Wait, what? Something feels... am I? There's a wall. There's an invisible wall. Help. I need to heal. I can't heal. I'm stuck. I'm probably dead. Okay, so there... I guess I've got to explore that a little bit more then. So there is an invisible wall there. I guess it's just low enough that I always jumped over it in the pipe. Why there's an invisible... Why... Like... That genuinely confuses me as to why there's an invisible wall of a different height to the one in Live LU. Because the one in Live LU is tall enough you can't jump past it. Clearly you can jump past it here. I just failed to that time. But why would there be a small wall there? Like, what's the point? Either you, like, sure, I get that they put walls, invisible walls in lots of places, like, kind of knowing that, I don't know. I assume for Battle of Nimbus Station, it's because they ripped a lot of the stuff from earlier Nimbus Station. But why would early Nimbus Station have had a small wall there? Remember, Vics, don't talk to strange men online. Trouty definitely qualifies. To be fair, you're currently listening to a strange man online. Because I definitely qualify. I keep forgetting that stuff can damage you. It's like most of my... Hello there. Most of my hardcore BoNS runs were done before that was implemented. Okay, and now we do exactly the same thing we've done several times already. So I'm going to get a drink quickly. And then we repeat. So honestly, I think this is even slower than my original BoNS runs, and they were slow. Nice. Honestly, I'm pleased with how consistent I actually am at that at the moment. That's pretty cool. Okay, Okay, so yeah, now we're back to our regularly scheduled programming. Okay, so I should check this out then. So what actually... Also, is it this, which tells me where to go? It is, okay. Okay, I mean, I messed up where to go after that. I go to the left then. Okay, good to know. Okay, so what is the deal here? Okay, so if I do that, I am fine. I guess I should just fully safe. Always jump as far as I can. I don't know why there's that small wall, but sure, I can work with it. That was funny. Just, I'm sure you could hear like the like genuine surprised panic in my voice there. So I was like, wait, I'm trapped. Is there a way I can get out? Help. That was kind of funny, to be fair. Oh, I am low on health. Okay, so one thing I really like, one quality of life feature I really wish I had was the ability to bind a second consumable. Why? Why not? Why do I not get this feature? Because like I now have multiple consumables which I will want to use on an average run. I guess again, in theory, this doesn't have to be a problem. You could probably do this run without the big one. To be fair though, I never worked out strategies for all the late game enemies. Specifically, I don't think I ever got as far as handling horsemen in my original runs. I think I got as far as Ronin. So yeah, I never worked out how to beat horsemen in hardcore BoNS. And yeah, so this is the annoying bit. I wish there were a kind of faster way up than going around all the way around here, but on the other hand, at least there is this bit of terrain here. Because if there weren't, I wouldn't have any way of getting back up. So, to be fair. Also, just in general, this is like, really cool tech. Like, let's say, oh, I want to get past this wall. Seems like I can't do it, right? Wrong. Just hop through there. And so if I want to get back. I slipped as I walked off, and it ate my jump. No. Okay, no more demos. I get it. No more demoing stuff, which I think is cool. I see the summary here. I need to play. I'm not good enough to be doing extra random stuff. Definitely the summary. Definitely the learning point here. But you can see why I also think that's quite a cool trick. Yeah, couldn't possibly be you. Yeah, I want to wait for those two to get past. Not quite that well. Don't worry, this was just me trying to come up with an opportunity to show off, making that, to show off my consistency with the bullet climb again. Which, of course, now I've said that, I'm going to fail next time I try. 100%. Making a Saki overconfident comment is 100% how I'm going to die. Yeah, okay, so it's kind of nice having this central area. So I was, like, it was a little bit disconcerting, so that now damages you, and I wasn't used to that originally. Honestly, it's so true. Like, that is, or it's trying to show off, trying to make a variant on a parkour jump, anything like that, that is, yeah, that's normally why I screw up. Yeah, there's also an extra invisible wall over there, which isn't there in live. Just for what it's worth. Or which isn't, you know what I mean. So okay, to be fair, the reason I say live is because both it was there in live BoNS. However, said I'd mess it up. However, AGS and BoNS are based around like previous versions of the world files. That's the reason. That's the reason why if you go out of bounds most of the time, where am I? Okay, I need to kind of turn around further to the left as I go there. Okay, that's the reason why like most like basically every live world. If there's an out of bound, or they remove the terrain for out of bounds, just to prevent people getting excited about going there and therefore going there. Don't ask me why. I think it's a cool thing, but that's the reason why. Out of bounds in most live worlds is nothing interesting. However, back in earlier versions, that wasn't the case, and I guess they just assumed no one could get out of bounds in Battered Nimber Station and AGS, and so when they made that update, they never changed things. They always just they didn't, when they were updating Avant Gardens, etc. It was like, well, what's the point updating here? No one can get out of bounds. They were obviously entirely wrong. But, to be fair, it's not like the incentive with Avant Garden Survival for getting out of bounds was ever the cool scenery. Oh, yeah, incidentally, by the way, Idafix. Oh, and we've got a loading icon on the stream. suggests something's not going well. Why is something not going well? Anyway, yeah, you mentioned the other day you had a bug where you kind of got pushed out of terrain. You clipped into and then got pushed out of it. Did it look something like that in terms of like generating a lot of speed? Obviously, you didn't hop into it the way I am doing here, but was that kind of the vibe you got from it? Stuck behind a wall. Let's do that again and jump a little bit further. And yes, I did just do something which wasn't necessary to the run and which probably could have killed me. Yeah, I'm... In many ways, these are boring. Like, I like crafting the theories to handle these challenge runs. However, actually getting the execution is boring, and I do dumb things because I get bored. That's the summary of like half of my failed attempts at hardcore, the old hardcore LU runs. Okay, so some interesting thing about that terrain warp. So you see your character moving upwards at finite speed. However, your character at all points in time, or at least seems to, remains running as though they were on whatever terrain lay directly above them. Which means that... I'll smash them all 5. I love the fact that this character just gets a ton of really random... Like, the set of achievements this character has, I always find hilarious. Because, like, why it's level 14... If you want to go for... Like, please, it would be very, very cool to have someone actually pull this off. I am not precious about being the first one to do this. Because I know... I get bored, I get distracted, and I mess stuff up. Like, there's a reason I never completed original hardcore LU, or hardcore LU on the original version that I started that challenge on. Yeah, and so you can see from the second those things appear on my screen, they already are aggroed. Which is, yeah, that was the update which really made this hard. Okay, and so now I'm going to try and mess with things. I'm going to try and mess with things without the same thing happening which happened last time. So I'm not going to try and push it really far as to, like, dealing damage to these guys beforehand. Not going to bother. I hit it again! What the heck? Okay, nope. I kind of need them to get further down. No. No, come back. Come back, please. I didn't mean it. What the... Genuinely terrified ninja noises. But yeah, like... Is there something around that... Yeah, I thought there was something around the corner which was shooting me. Guess you have homework. To be fair, it is optional. I'm not... Like, you don't have to do any of these. Also, I think that spiderling's probably making its way around now, if I had to guess. Hopefully, if I stand here, it comes back. There we are. Okay. It's fine. There we are. I kind of just don't de-aggro. There we are. Yeah, so that's the strategy, like, in principle, I want to work with. Okay, yeah, and then I hop back up as usual. But yeah, and so in theory, like, that's the key concept. As long as I'm paying attention to health, as long as I de-aggro enemies so I don't, like, yeah, that's the... That's the entire concept, is the fact that I can remove enemies and I can get enemies stuck. The original plan, by the way, was to start by pulling the enemies down there, then hop up, and they'll de-aggro. They won't even be able to hit me, and then I can just do that and hit them as they go past. And in principle, with that, I guess I could get as many enemies as I wanted. So maybe we'll try that on a later round, and I will clump up all of the enemies. Imagine hitting a wall and something going wrong there. Couldn't be you to fix, could it? To be fair, that you have in the past like been very kind and not looked at things because you knew I wanted to get them, or rather, you looked at them but just didn't. There have been a couple of jumps. There have also been a couple, like the gnarled forest ones, where I'm like, heck no, there is no way I'm ever bothering to do that. Okay, that's kind of the curve you want to take to get up there. Just took a bit of learning to work out exactly what angle it was. I know, by the way, Idifix, you'll be very disappointed that you can't. There's the usual poles and the launch pad aren't there, so you can't get away with the usual Forbidden Valley out of bounds. Because that, to be fair, would be really that'd just be cool in a BoNS run. Like it would be cool to have like a really practical purpose for it. Oh, hello. And this is where I think if I jump here, there's not a chance I hit a wall. Jump here, pull everything down in this direction. I want to get everything, so it's no, don't turn around. Keep coming this way. It's annoying, like the actual range I have is fairly small. And okay, this is where mechs start to become a problem. But in principle, it's one that can be very easily solved by jumping around and throwing those guys. Okay, that spiderling should be on what? 1 health? I don't want to de-aggro it, but I do want to get rid of these guys. For very obvious reasons. No. This is bad. This is bad. Okay. Ooh, that was quite useful there, actually. Getting the bullet jump. Okay, hopefully that didn't de-aggro the spiderling. Ooh, wait. Come on, spiderling, please come back. Ow. Not you. What the? Spiderling came back. Spiderling came back. Oh, I mean, well played. I honestly, it's 1 health. Do that easier. Oh, that was terrifying. That was quite the jump scare. Okay, so I thought it was the case that enemies they'd always run to being the closest place to you, regardless of how long it would take them to get there. That kind of suggested that wasn't the case for that spiderling there. Like, I was standing in the same spot I normally used to make it move. Interesting. There we are. Okay, everything aggroed. And so I'll probably... Spiderlings ahead. Don't hugely like that. Ideally, the 2 things would be ahead. I guess, actually, I could probably... Okay, let's... Nice. And then I've got to not mess this up, and I've got to run in the right direction. There we are. There is actual progress being made. Oh, honestly, let's just... No, 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 that's bad. That's really bad. That's really bad. Okay. What happens there was it attacked me at the same time as I attacked it, and that, yeah, gave rise to invisible enemy bug. I was on 4 health, so in principle, whilst it was dead in inverted commas, it could have run, it could have run at me, and it could have used its 3 damage attack. And then, potentially, as I was running away, it could have then shot me. And that could have been it. That's why I panicked a little bit there. That's why I panicked and healed, even though I was only on 4 health. Because if you're running and you are on 4 health, it basically can't get you. Okay, so I don't think he's loaded in right now. He will one-shot me, so I am kind of... Where is he? I don't like not knowing where he is. Did he start by going around there? Maybe. Let's see. Up here, I'm pretty safe. Where is he? Well. Yeah, that's a thing which occurred. Guess we'll never find out where Merkel Blotch was. Huh. Received 2 Discord pings. What are those? Oh. Oh, that explains how people... That explains how people found this. Okay, this is being advertised as actually the longest BoNS run. Okay, that explains why suddenly people were... Okay. Alright. So I guess my connection went slowly there, and then I guess I lost connection to the server. Merkel Blotch didn't update, therefore... I'm really confused as to where he went, though. Because I did start off around the bottom, so did he start pathfinding to me over there? Did he maybe end up... I guess there's a chance that maybe... I guess if something has a large enough aggro range, I do jump off the edge. I wonder what happens if something attempts to follow me off the edge. Like, it shouldn't be able to, but I wonder if you could get a crash of some sort. If that happens. Should be paying more attention to where I am. Apologies for the connection issues the video seems to be having. I'm not totally certain what that is. They seem to be like intermittent enough that I don't think it's just a case of my internet being too slow. Like, I'd expect them to be happening far more regularly with that. Don't like that. Okay. It's fine. And then we get out again. Same as before. Same old routine. Okay, I would very much like to at least make it past Merkle Blotch. That would be nice, because... Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't think of that. Ooh, okay, there's an unforeseen issue to this run. That could actually be problematic. King of Hurl. I want to say... Yeah, what is it that... I know the stuff which comes after Merkle Blotch, but after King of Hurl, what is it? Is that when we get a lot of... Is that when it starts being flooded with Hammer Stromlings and Hammer Hurl Stromlings? Hammer Hurl Stromlings have way too long a cooldown. I can't bullet jump off of them. Might be at the King of Hurl until we can narrow down the crowd enough to get back out of bounds. That could actually be a proper issue. I hadn't thought of that, and I don't know the rounds. I don't know those rounds well enough to be able to, yeah. And again, connectivity issues. I'm going to do a really dumb thing and tap out quickly. I guess I could just get into a safe spot. I'm trying to think if I know any safe spots on this actually at the moment. None obviously spring to mind. I think most places things can actually get fairly close to you. Waste of an apple. Restored 6 life when... If there's any point when I actually need to restore 6 life, I will be dead. So, yeah, people, you may also be wondering, why isn't Introni on 5 health? He can get, even within the rules of Hardcore LU, you can fairly easily get more. I can. When I first started prepping and thinking of Hardcore BoNS, I decided I'd make it even harder than my normal Hardcore LU. I have relaxed that slightly. I'm now using the big one, but... Where's the mech? Why is the mech not coming over here? I think there was a spot. Yeah. Thought so. Honestly... About... Okay, I'm actually gonna die if I'm not careful. But I feel like there's a spot there where if you got it at the right angle, you could be good. Okay. Will you... No, everything's aggro. Everything's getting pulled up here. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I guess it wouldn't be projectile safe. Honestly, now I know that there's a wall there, that terrifies me, that jump. Because previously, in my head, that was something which couldn't go wrong. And now it can. Don't want to start getting hit from behind. Just want to keep an eye out there. But we should be fine. Not close enough. Eh. Oh, wait, I'm not paying attention to health. And I'm now taking a lot of damage, actually. Need to be really careful here. Ooh. I'm just gonna... Okay, that was dumb and nearly killed me. We don't go on the attack in that actively. Okay, and now we need to run back around. So honestly, given I now do want to be aggroing everything, I think I'm confident. I think I'm pretty confident aggroing a lot of things now. So given that, I'm wondering if and I'm also far more confident getting out of bounds. So I'm wondering, do I now just start rounds down here? Because down here, I load everything in. Okay, it's fine. Okay, and then so yeah, I think I head down and I aggro everything. If that's an issue, I can always de-aggro stuff. But I think I'm now confident enough in my abilities to be able to start with a full map. It's apparently falsely confident. Why was I even going? That's a harder... I don't need to go for that. I can go for this. 100 times easier. Even get a free shot there. Possibly get a second. Free shot there. Again, I nearly bonked. Well, I did. If you saw me stopping for a second, that was because I hit the invisible wall. But okay. It's fine. We get rid of all the Hammerstromlings easily enough. Stuff will probably start coming around this side. Expect some mechs. Yeah, there we are. And like, ideally, everything should be aggroed. Okay, how close? Mechs. Do you want to be a little bit careful? Okay, I thought auto aim. Oh, I guess auto aim. Yeah, it's oh no, I'm dead. Ooh. Okay, I actually dodged everything as well, but I don't like. Is that 4? Okay, I could just go directly for that. I think that's the kind of thing I would do, and I would die, and it would be dumb. So what instead I want to do is actually demonstrate the one strategy which was kind of the core of... Oh, this is the point I normally de-aggro them, isn't it? I think mechs are the only enemy which can still hit me when I do what I'm about to do. I'm fairly certain mechs can still hit me from down there. But not if I hit them first. That would have been a cool moment had it not been for Invisible Wall. Okay, to be fair, that, however, was still a cool moment. Okay, where's the one remaining enemy? I think I didn't run far enough right at the start to aggro everything, if I had to guess. Is this the same thing again? Is it about a crash? Where's the... Where's the one remaining enemy? I'm wondering if I am managing to somehow get enemies stuck places, or if I'm managing to get some weird bug and they're like getting stuck beneath the terrain. If the server, so bit of trivia, if the server tells an enemy to go underneath the terrain, that enemy gets popped back up to the top of the terrain. Kind of similar to how I do. The plan for King of Hurl was simple. The plan after King of Hurl, I actually have no idea. Okay. Does anyone know what enemy I'm missing or see it? Or is there genuinely just an enemy which has spawned too far away from me? Because that would be problematic. I thought we got full map range. With full map aggro range, at any rate. With hopping over there. There are some alternative routes, so it's... I don't want to come back in bounds here. I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I should be able to, if I do go out of bounds here, I'm fairly certain there's one wave which is what? Entirely pirates plus admiral, plus one admiral, I believe, if I'm recalling correctly. And then after that, there's a round which I think is pirates, admirals, and mechs. I don't think there are any spiderlings. Where's the route? I forget. Okay, it's here. So if needs be, I think I can... Fairly certain I can get back through here. Yeah, I can. Just... There we are. Okay. Final enemy. Okay, so you cannot aggro everything. Okay, yes, so the plan for King of Hurl is, honestly, fighting King of Hurl should be really easy. Like, apes are incredibly easy enemies, just as a general rule. I think I just back up, honestly, here. I think I'm fairly confident. Where do I start? I think yeah, so the question is, and I really don't know the answer to this question, is how I get back in bounds afterwards. Hammer Hurl Stromlings don't deal much, so really the question is what the rounds are like. Honestly, I don't know if you're doing anything at the moment, it evokes, but is there any chance you could just find out what we get in the rounds after? I probably shouldn't do this, actually. No, I'm just going to... I'm not going to be dumb. I'm going to pull Merkle Blotch up here. Going to double jump. I'm not going to clip the wall. I'm going to pull him down here, and I am going to remain totally safe. And now we also get to count... to within the nearest 7, how much health Merkle Blotch has. 21. That looks like probably 2 or 3 left. Probably 2, if I had to guess. That was, I forgot. 21. Oh, is that 30 health then? 30 health would kind of make sense. Don't remember what my average time was for Merkle Blotch before. Like, I'm now spending a lot more time like running back and forth up that wall there. Oh wait, I probably can't go. I wanted to go and get my items, but I probably can't, can I? At least I can't get most of them. So I bet this is going to be dumb. I'm going to get stuck. I didn't get stuck. It was still dumb. Yeah, it really, honestly, after King of Hell, I will have to play things by ear. I have no idea what's going to happen. Because I've only been past King of Hell a few times anyway. Guess I wasn't in range to aggro most of them. That's fine. These guys are slow enough that, yeah, I can probably almost just rely on them being slow and taking 2 hits. And just get them for free. How many did I get there? 2, 3, 4. Just 4? Okay. Honestly, there is no issue with me aggroing. Oh, actually, no, there is one thing I'm kind of excited to see. And I have no idea what's going to happen here. The Admiral. So, if there's going to be something which ends this, I could see it being the Admiral. I don't know what the Admiral's going to do, but normally you don't... Normally there's no real reason you'd end up fighting... Come on. That's... Ideally, I just get the Admiral here. Stun lock. Okay, honestly, that's not a long-term solution, but it is a solution which will work for now. Yeah, I don't know where the Admiral attacks, what the Admiral's range of attack is. I have never played Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, I'm afraid. Oh, hello, you're there. Okay, that works. Okay, so they've got 8 health then. Not as hard to 100% to sell you, though. Okay, I didn't start down there. Probably should have done. Okay, I'll do the next best thing, which is run down here. Enemies are slow moving on these levels, so I should be fine. Yeah. All I need to be able to do is to, like, get somewhere like here. But this is, yeah. So this is when we start getting mechs. And so this is, if we had gone back in bounds for Merkel Blotch, this would have been how we'd have handled stuff. Okay, 1 Admiral down. And I think I just keep backing up. There we are. Okay. Admiral's out of the way. Should, in principle, be able to do that. Ooh, I got to be careful of those, because that many will almost certainly kill me. Even, like, 2 can kill you if you get unlucky. That's what the AI decides to do. So that many was almost certain death. This probably safe, just going and attacking. I'll use just long grinds on quite a serious skill. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, no. 100, yeah, that's definitely. To be fair, I think there are the, like, occasional things which do require large amounts of skill. On, like, the LU thing, like, I don't think I could get Pirate Sharpshooter glitchless. Whichever that one was. But I do. But yeah, no, most of it, the skill you require is just being able to keep yourself incredibly motivated for very long periods of time. But yeah, okay, so this is kind of nice to know. This round is basically a safe round. If at any point I decide I need to go back in bounds, this round is essentially, yeah, I can get back out of bounds safely. And I'm reasonably confident I can beat Wave 9. Like, Wave 9, you're not fighting anything difficult. Water bottle sound, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how audible that actually is. I think really the audible thing is when I've sucked air from it, and so it's like I guess deflated. No, depressurized, whatever. And it then takes it, and it's then I think the air flowing back in which makes the most noise. Okay, this is going to be dumb, but I'm going to try. There we are. What? For anyone wondering, that was invisible enemies. My brain just processed slightly too slowly what was happening there. So I did see there are 2 enemies. I can hit twice, 2 hits, that'll be fine. I also then processed the fact that, remaining enemies is just 1. That's interesting, I've just smashed 2 things. I also processed around the same time I'm on 3 health. I should probably heal up, but no big rush. I should wait for the desync bug to be fixed. I could. But I don't think I need to. So, like, yeah, if it turns out the desync bug is a huge issue, then I will. But my estimate was that it wouldn't be too much of a problem. Reasoning being essentially, I don't know. If there are desyncs going on, it means I don't know. Okay, at the very least, back in like the old version of the run, that relied on me knowing what all the enemies were going to do at like any point in time. And so for a desync to occur, I'd have to get hit when I wasn't expecting to be hit. And like, yeah, so there were lots of reasons why on the old run desync bugs weren't really an issue. This one they might be, but again, the principle of this run is I get out of bounds, so I can't be hit. Like that's the underlying idea with this run. So in theory, it shouldn't be an issue. Obviously, it was. But that's more skill issue on my part. Yeah, no, I totally. Yeah, I'm aware of how ironic it is me saying that having died on it. However, that was entirely avoidable. Like, I don't remember if I said before going out, but I certainly thought like, okay, this is dumb, but I should be able to get away with it. Was essentially my ethos. That was more, I forgot. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't see that as a likely eventuality. Clearly it was, but won't do it again now. There are quite a few deaths I've had now which I should be totally fine and won't do again. Also, you think that is the most wasted life? Like that is, on the scale of things I have done which have wasted a lot of my time. I mean, on the scale of things wasting time, you're currently watching this live stream, mate. This is not a good, like, I am boring as heck. And yeah, I know you're doing other stuff at the same time, but nah, still. You're making bad life choices if you're watching this. Sorry, I apologise to everyone who's not used to me just insulting people for watching me, but I'm aware that I'm freaking useless, and not like this is not intended to. Yeah, it's one of those things I've not really put much effort into. The whole, to be fair, the whole YouTube channel thing, just to begin with. Any success that had, you can put that down to Visky. Sick in bed. Okay, I will. Just this once, Trounty, I'll allow you that excuse. I'm assuming you are Trounty, by the way. It's going to be quite funny if you're some random person who's turned up to the stream, has a near identical personality, and is just not Trounty. That'd be quite funny. Ow. Okay, I need to run, so I'm actually in a really bad place. Okay, that's much better. Could probably just... But that works as well. So speaking of copying other people, so age joking back and forth and messing with AIs, which we'll get up to, but at some point, one of the devs every summer decided to do a fine-tuned AI model, which was fine-tuned to replicate me. And it was quite funny getting it to but yeah, anyway, it's kind of it wasn't brilliant. It copied some of my mannerisms. It copied, for instance, the fact that I text wall, and so we did have auto-generated Ninja value text walls for a little while, which was kind of fun. But yeah, overall, it's modern day AI, kind of cool, but not quite terrifying yet. So then, for anyone wondering why I missed Skill Issue Day, if you don't know what that is, it's a long story. But if you're wondering why I missed Skill Issue Day, it's because I happened to be heading up to meet a friend who is in university quite a ways away. Don't often get to see her. And yeah, went up there, did that, and at one point we were chatting about something, and it turns out that she's like now spent enough time around me that she can like accurately predict. So that's bad. At one point we got talking about sixth form and about relationships from around that time, and we got discussing how I asked my ex out, and at that point, as I'm sure I will be judged immensely for, I actually asked her out over Skype, which is such an old man thing to do. But anyway, we were having a discussion, and she managed to like almost word for word replicate exactly the phrasing I used. Just like never seen the message, but managed to like perfectly replicate exactly what would have been going through my mind and exactly what I wrote, which I found hilarious in terms of copycattery. So yeah, the AI, it turns out, yeah, humans still somewhat beating AI in terms of at least mimicking me, which honestly surprises me, because like I feel of all the people AI should be able to learn to mimic, really should be able to learn to, like, I am not complicated. Especially, I feel my way of speaking is not that complicated, so... And I have been likened to a robot, so, you know. Yes, sorry, I saw the random facts, but was mid-story at the point when I noticed it. So yes, let us wait. I'm not going to read it right now because I don't want to die. But yes, let's see random fact. I am very okay. Yeah, but you're also very predictable at times, Inifix. So that what's kind of being referenced here is the fact that the other day, Idafix and I both logged on, saw one another at the same time, and proceeded to send, well, hello there, at exactly the same time, and then both noticed we'd done that precisely in unison, and if your cats have to copy things their friend cats or owners do. If you sit in a chair for long periods of time, the cat will sit in it when you are not sitting in it and copy you. It's a way of playing with each other. Huh. That's interesting. That does interest me. I mean, I wonder how much of... No, I could go for a throw right now, but I probably shouldn't. Probably mess something up if I did that. Also, random little bit extra extension of the terrain there. It's fine. And we get down here, and everything works out. Yay, random cat fact. Sounds like you're trying to mimic Ginger. That does have strong energy of a... well, especially the fact that it's discussing cats. Strong energy of Ginger message. Oh, that was scary. I need to research what happens as you're being pulled up a little bit more. Also, why am I going down here to pick this up? This is the second time I will have done it. It's dumb, and I don't know that I won't get stuck here if I do that. Seems I don't, but I don't know that. It's true. To be fair, I am in many ways a creature of habit. So, not surprised. Did I miss the Admiral there? I did. This is actually kind of risky. I'm in the wrong spot. Come on. It's just... That is scary. Again, I should be going for safe strats, really, with these guys. But anyway, I'm just kind of pleased with the principle of this. Where's the one for... Okay, there we are. I do feel like I've kind of succeeded in my aim of breaking Battle of Nimbus Station. It might take a little while to get that run, which actually 100% completes it, but I do feel this does achieve the aim of let's break / complete / whatever another of our used game modes. I really wish that the mechs, there was a nice way of separating mechs from other enemies. Because as it is, they are I want to take out honestly, yeah. In short, mechs are just the worst part of this, which is quite funny because they're also the worst part of Avant-Garde and Survival. Trying to break that. They are by far the most difficult part of that. No, but that was bad. That was also scary. Come on, regen. Okay, really bad position. Mech up there, coming around. Okay, that's fine. Guys, de-aggroed, can I? Yes. If these were any other enemies than Strongling Pirates, this would be a bad idea. With Strongling Pirates, I think it's fine. I don't know if this is the play. Really, I think what I'm most likely to achieve with this is having them coming around the front area. Which I just know they're all gonna... Oh, it looks like they are, actually. Okay, I thought there was a high chance. After I started this, I realised there was a high chance they might just camp me. From up there. But it looks like they don't come down that far, which is nice. It means they're going to come around this way, and I can do the same thing I did last time. I don't know if that was last time. Probably round 6, actually. I don't remember. Whichever one where there were 4 and I started throwing stuff down on them from above. Which, by the way, was actually how I... Before I noticed that spot up there, that was how I actually expected this would be played. Also, I'm realising the wall there actually probably is live accurate, and I'm just bad. No, I take it back. I take it back. I am going to run away. I can... Yeah, this sort... Okay, so doing this will spread them out. I'll then run back inwards, which will clump them up again. Seriously, that is terrifying, that moment of just... Okay, where is that landing? Seriously, okay, do what I did last time, because this kind of worked for that. Tell me that's not satisfying. Honestly, like... So, I remember at one point, there was a thing on DLU where it wouldn't... Actually, can I just get stuff from... No, I want you to walk over towards me here. Come on, mech. No, it's not doing it. Okay, that's annoying. It's fine. I separated them, and it's one pirate. That shouldn't be an issue. Shouldn't be an issue. Like, knowing me, it will be, but... Anyway, will this be... It was this round I lost it on last time, right? Or was it... I know, it's probably next round, wasn't it? Don't remember. Anyway, we might be getting closer to a record. And seriously, the one thing I want... I just want the Batlord helm. The Batlord helm would make this so much more tolerable, so much more enjoyable. Yes, it's not intolerable. Okay, where was that? Okay. And we've got one mech, which I have seen. So all of the remaining enemies are accounted for, which is very nice. Skydiving in 2 weeks. Okay, that is cool. I've been indoor skydiving before. I've never actually skydived. Okay. This is risky, but okay. Shouldn't be too bad. Like, so the really nice thing about that area is I can jump up it incredibly easily, but the path for enemies is just significantly longer. Don't like. Okay, so this is this the round where we get the ton of spiderlings then? Again, can handle it. Yeah, okay. Don't like that. How many are there? No, okay. I shouldn't. I shouldn't risk this. That would be dumb. Because we're on a good run. YouTube thinks I'm playing... YouTube always thinks I'm playing Roblox. Maybe that's because I am playing Roblox. Maybe this is just... This is just a really good Roblox LU emulator. Have you actually seen, like, the back end of the LU client you're using? But yeah, okay. How come skydiving? Where are you Well, I maybe don't. I don't know how revealing that would be. I don't know if there's a skydiving place like right next to your house or something, and then that was dogs you. But yeah, no. Okay, tell me more about this. This is cool. Have you? Is this something you've done before? Is this first time? Like, I should say for context, I'm an adrenaline junkie. So I like skydiving is something which seems very exciting to me. I really dislike this. I dislike this deeply. I think I'm probably safe now. I think I've got rid of enough of them. But I think that was a riskier play than I probably should have gone for. Sorry, I've no idea that name. You have never skydived, never fear of heights, but you are. My guy, genuine... That's bad. Genuine respect. That's honestly, yeah. Yeah, personally, yeah, I've been... See, there are a few things I'm kind of afraid of and am bad at, and I've been trying to. Probably didn't want to aggro that much stuff. Oh well. But yeah, I've been trying. I've been trying to, like, yeah, kind of self-imposed exposure therapy. Trying to, like, do that stuff. Just make myself do that stuff, and like that's not with anything anywhere near as huge as being afraid of heights and yeeting yourself out of an aircraft. So, like, genuinely, my guy, huge respect. Seriously. That is very, very cool. Oh, time to see what happens with Stromlings. This might be where I die. It's not Stromling, it's a Stromling Admiral. There's a non-zero chance I get screwed over here. It can still attack me for some reason. Oh, thank you. Thank you, LU. You can very rarely hear me say that sentence, but thank you, LU Auto-Aim. Nice. I didn't think that would hit up there. Okay. Honestly, this is going pretty well. I'm now just... I don't know if people here have seen the first Kingsman movie. I'm now just remembering the... There's a scene where there's someone who's afraid of heights, who is forced to parachute out of an aeroplane. Well, forced to. Is required to for the secret agent job she is applying for. What? Did something... Okay. Honestly, That's a good way to find out. I think that just genuinely took me so long that it's something I probably, when running around here, aggroed it. No, why are you stuck up there? Why are you stuck there? Okay. Okay, I guess I de-aggro this person. This guy. This spider. Guess not. Really not a person, is it? My work I normally use every ladder I see. My building's like 70 meters. Because you're challenging yourself, yeah. Honestly, I know of no worse and yet no better feeling than just really challenging yourself. There we are. Are you walking? Yes, finally walking back. Okay, cool. Okay, still up here. That's fine. I didn't give it enough time to run off. It's all right. Now that's a jump scare. Wait, why is it stuck? I'm not going to complain, but why is it stuck? This might be a really nice way of fighting stuff as well. Could have sworn stuff could get here, but maybe that's just because I spent so much time dealing with mechs, I assumed it couldn't, that stuff couldn't. Interesting. Yeah, dang. It's a very, very, very cool thing to be doing, and I really look forward to hearing how that goes. Yeah, okay, no. So claustrophobia with me is really weird. Because as a kid, I really wasn't particularly claustrophobic. And I've not had, like, any inciting reasons to become so. And I don't even know if, like, practically I am. Like, because I don't really go in confined spaces where I would have an issue with it. But what... yeah, there is something genuine, which genuinely, like, freaks me out about caving. Specifically, like, about... Like, thinking about, I'm in a spot, and what if I just can't turn around? That's what really... I'm in a space large enough. I was watching a video of someone escaping from a straitjacket the other day. And I found that interesting, because I can also see how I think that would get to me. I don't think it would, like, start off making me claustrophobic, but I think it really would. I think that would quite quickly get to me. Yeah, there are probably other ways I could be handling this, but this will work. Yeah, so when I went to see my friend, I was talking to some of her friends, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we just go bouldering," and I'm like, "What? No, that is terrifying." Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's something I will do at one point, just to give it a try, but like, no, irks me. That's just as a feeling. I like to be able to move. I like to be able to move. Don't stop me moving. No. Like moving. Ninja's just gonna take his hands off the keyboard just to move his arms and appreciate being able to move for a second. Movement is nice. Okay, where's that last enemy? I assume either I didn't get far enough because I didn't actually... I feel like I didn't go, like, properly all the way down here. Or it's a... There we are. I just didn't go far enough. Nice. Honestly, okay, I genuinely appreciate having people to chat to on whilst doing this, because I think that's keeping me from, because normally what happens if I'm doing something like this on my own is I'll begin making really stupid mistakes because I'll be bored, and I'll start doing stupider things. So it's useful because there are presumably multiple other people with interesting lives who I'm just not getting to hear from at the moment. Which, to be fair, is understandable. No, I don't chat in lots of things I watch, so fair enough. I wouldn't be caught dead watching one of my own streams either. 23rd of April. Oh, fun. I'm going to a concert on the 23rd, I think. This is where I'm really thankful for not too many ranged enemies. Genuinely. Oh, quite panicky. That was no bueno. No, I think oh no, that's bad. It's bad. Don't get caught in somewhere you can't keep running in. Okay, do I... Just to buy myself a bit of space. I guess I don't need to go all the way there, but I guess I'll just come up here a little bit. Over here, go around. Okay, yeah, that works. And then go up this way. Then probably de-aggro a couple. Because we're reaching the stage where we're making a lot of progress, and it'll be really dumb for me to throw that progress away. So I guess I get rid of this guy. Jump so I don't get hit by any of the projectiles. I really should have healed by this stage. If I got land sharked, that would be kind of hilarious. Wait, I'm going... I said I wanted to de-aggro those people. Why am I running this way? Yeah. $31 minutes. Oh, yeah. Honestly, I think this is actually... I mean, to be fair, I've got higher DPS weapons. So like, I guess that does, in principle, make sense. Okay. Just going to sit here for a second. Just want to let the other mechs make their way back. I'd ideally... Just to save a bit of time, I'd ideally not like to aggro everything at once. No! Okay, so what happened? What happened there was I slid off the mech's bullet, and because I hit the mech's bullet and entered the sliding state, it then didn't let me double jump. Oh, dang it. Hey. We're climbing the ranks. I've no idea. There are like so not 1,000 people on this. Honestly, I think I'm going to end the stream fairly shortly, just because I've got other stuff to do, and I think we're making progress. We're showing this is possible. Actually, maybe what I'll do. Better idea. I will swap over to Ninja. Because what I would like... All of this they're fairly easy consistency challenges. I occasionally make mistakes, but give me a couple repetitions and I won't. It affixes a Nimbus Station. Why did it affix a Nimbus Station? This is a scary concept. So what I think I'm going to go for is I'm going to do a run up to King of Hell. Just to, and try and work out how I'm going to handle post King of Hell. Because yeah, that is That's somewhat scary. Got to think about that. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna probably the way I handle that is I just stock up on tons of imagination potions. I'm confident in my ability. Really? Nice. I wanted some imagination there. Yeah, I think I just stock up on tons of imagination potions, because then, like, King of Hurl is so much easier now than he used to be. Literally, all I should have to do is build anchor, jump back, build anchor, jump back. If I have enough imagination potions, there's no difficulty in doing any of that. So that's probably my move. So yeah, okay. Looks like today won't be it. I'll try and get in. I'll try and, like, over the coming days, I'll see if I can do a little bit more. Well, probably, actually, over the coming days, I won't be able to. I did this now because I know I've got, I'm going back home and internet is not nowhere near good enough for streaming there. And yeah, that'll be a little while. That'll be into after Trounty's been skydiving. I'll be away. So no, this probably will be. So probably be a little while before this gets done, but it'll be nice to at least have the strats worked out. Hello. Yeah, I figured this would be Idefix. Hello there. Of course, the instant PvP flag to 1, that's the sign of a good Idefix. That's how you can tell. That's actually the way professionals tell knockoffs and counterfeits. It is because they don't. That's one of the ways anyway, because they don't set the PvP flag to 1. Debating. Will this work? Okay, I might have to ask you to just die. After King of Hurl, Idefix, if that's all right. We'll find out in a second. For me, he. Okay, he didn't make it in. I guess we're doing this without him. All right. Honestly, it's nice to be. It's nice to have armor. Didn't make it in. Interesting, you made it in on my screen. It's kind of interesting. I honestly didn't know if you were just trolling me there. I guess okay, I'll hop out. It's worth the time hopping out for that. Do want to exit. I really could have just used /die, couldn't I? But there's something instinctive about you're in Battle of Nimbus Station. The canonical way to die is yeeting yourself into the water. Okay. Let's just see if Cold's good with that. Don't know if you're watching the stream, Cold. If you are, then that was totally useless. Cool. All right. Well, time to. It's both Cold and Idefix the Sentinels. Time to be absolutely carried. I'm genuinely. Yeah, I'm not. I think they're bad. I'm just personally not comfortable with them. Yet. Not reached that stage. I really shouldn't start around the things I've spawned, because that takes the point out of spawning them. I guess I'll start this side. It's so nice to be going through these rounds quickly. Where's that? No. Keep imagination regen going. Regen go? What the? Interesting enunciation on that. Oh, there we are. Hit that. Oh, no. Thank you, Idafix. Increase speed. Might have done. So why is this suddenly lagging? Or fewer frames than I had before. Don't know. Don't know. Don't overly care as long as I don't die to it. Oh. That was probably dead on someone's screen, which explains the low health and why. Probably explains why Cold's on such low armor. I forgot. I don't like try and speedrun this anymore. Ooh, Idafix, careful. Careful. You're wearing your Jester cap, so you can't tank as much as usual. I really should be regenerating imagination. Yes, I can regen for other people as well. Look at me being a respectable member of society. Ideally, like just a little bit more imagination. I guess, to be fair, that answers my request. Nice. I would change my PvP flag to one of the things, aside from the fact I think I'm already trying people's patience. So I think seeing me accidentally die because we caught one another in the crossfire. Probably not the best idea. Hello there. Need to work out what targeting the things use. Got some. That's better than I anticipated. Hello there. No, I'm not walking that direction. Alright, we're getting closer. Guess let's just do that. A little bit easier to not mess up. Oh, don't like. Appreciate the assist, guys. Really? I think I've missed it. I think I went too far to one side. Do I just support, honestly? 2 Sentinels. Maybe that's just the better option. And just do Imagination Regen. There we are. All right, thank you both very much. Now to see. Now to see what the next. They both eat themselves into oblivion. I feel a little bad for that. Okay, so I think. I guess maybe I could have actually. No, I do want. I could have gone out of bounds, I guess, for the start of this. I could have gone in to fix his help to get up there, but that's fine. Yes, I could have just watched what enemies we get from there. Okay, so first round, Hammer Hurl Stromlings only. These should be easy. As long as that doesn't happen. Okay, so need to avoid getting cornered by them. But realistically... Oh, no, this is actually trivial, right? Because I can just... Yeah, sorry, this is the reason if either of you are wondering why I asked if you could head out for this. It's so I could... just so I could get, like, accurate AI manipulation for single player. Because, like, that still gets me when fighting dragons. Or specifically Butterscorch. Because I've gotten a lot better at it, but that really used to confuse me, is what was... stuff happening when we got other or more players in. Sorry, I'm not actually paying attention to where I'm going. Should be going here. I don't know whether or not these guys can hit me. If they can, I'm about to die. Seems they can't. It's good. So okay, so that's a valid strategy for that round. The issue is, yeah, what enemies do we have coming up, and can I survive? Okay, first Hammer Hurl. Multiple Hammer Hurls. We still have nothing I can use to get... Well, okay, in theory I can use Hammer Hurls to get out of bounds, but I have to use multiple of them. It would not be. That would be a genuinely terrible idea. To try to get out of bounds multiple. Okay, I need to... If I want to clump them, I need to just have the guts to remain in the center here. I guess these are a little bit harder to clump, actually. So probably don't bother doing it explicitly. Just, ow, just jump to here. Should be more or less fine, and then do that. Okay. Oh, not out of space. Interesting. Okay, what do I have? We've got... Okay, how much damage do Mech Invaders do? A lot of damage, if I recall correctly. Per hit, it's like 2 or 3. I can fairly easily abuse the Hammer Hurl Stromlings AI. And so I should be able to use that well enough to smash these guys. It looks like it's 2 hits with the big one. The issue is just, yeah, okay, now this seems feasible. I need to keep track of which ones I'm damaging. It should be the 2 closest to me at the moment, the damaged ones, and I need to not kill anything else. There I would have been dead. So yeah, this round's going to be difficult. This round's going to be problematic. Because I can't stay still long enough to get rid of all the Hammer Hurl Stromlings in the way I normally would do. I guess maybe, though, maybe I do just start damaging them. The issue is I'm also going to have to separate the 2 mechs if I want to be able to take out one and not the other. Which is going to be a little bit problematic. So how am I going to do that? I'm putting them together at the moment. Okay, that got hit the one. Oh no, their projectiles don't seek. Oh no. And I probably hit both. Okay, that's kind of okay, but the fact that their projectiles don't seek is a huge issue. I don't know if I can get around that, honestly. Shoot, I didn't think of that. I just assumed they would. I wonder if they're meant to, and that was an oversight by the devs. Because all battle instance mech projectiles, aside from these, apparently, they all home. This is a problem. I don't know if he's watching, but he's still in BoNS. I don't know if I can pull this off without seeking projectiles. But I'm fair. It should be possible, but I don't know if I can do it. I guess there's also the question of what their range is like. It's trying to get to a much closer range. What the heck? This is going to be awful. Now it's hitting that. Great. Okay, on the upside, its lower range means I can probably manipulate it more easily. Back into a space where I want it. Guess no. Let's stand here. That's going to be a problem. I also don't know exactly how high I have to jump. Okay, there I landed on it. There we... I'm not going to be able to get the height for it. What do I do? So, what are my options? I don't know any other... I do not, off the top of my head, know any other, like, good potential out-of-bounds spots. Or ways of getting out of bounds here. In theory... So I don't know how far that plane goes. In theory, you might be able to get around it. That's one option. Where's the mech? Still aggroed, okay. Interesting. Okay, I can't get on top of that. There's collision. Why couldn't I have left something else alive? Something that wasn't going to, try and shoot at me. So, okay, options. One thing I could consider maybe doing is luring this guy and jumping on top of him. Not jumping on top of his bullets, jumping on top of him. Theory, very possible. And yeah, I'm not bothering healing like I could in an actual game. But... yeah, I don't... really might be a question of, like, I jump here until I get lucky enough to get a bounce on one. Or until he makes it over here. Do you deal damage when you kick? Okay, we're getting close, because I can now... I should now, in theory, be able to jump on top of this guy. Like, we are close enough for that to be feasible. I'm also taking so much damage. So I shouldn't be using that if I'm gonna... I guess ground pound's probably still only one, but still. Great, maybe there's not... The only other thing I can think is that I think I've seen the big one leaving collision objects. That was dumb, that was dumb. Okay, now I think we've got to... kind of dumb, I think we go on to the next round. I don't think I see a way of doing that. But the issue is, I've then got to beat everything else in hardcore mode. Like, everything. Maybe I... So I don't remember, I don't think we get any normal mechs being spawned in. So what are my options? I know... oh, don't say that's my option. Horsemen. Horsemen are an option. They're not a nice option, but they are a possible option. So I know I can get the jump off of them. Honestly, there's a lot of manipulation I can do even here. I might die, actually, if I'm not careful. Okay. I get rid of most of those. I would probably... I don't know. I don't know whether or not I would have died several times over, because I would be playing it a lot more carefully and healing a lot more often. But I certainly did take enough damage here that I could well be dead if I weren't careful in an actual game. Hello there, you're there. Okay. Let's put all of you coming this way. And pull the old switcheroo. Repeat. Honestly, maybe I just look at this. Gets rid of all the fun out of bounds stuff. Also, is my inventory full? No, it's not. But maybe this does just end up being the play. I also might be able to manipulate mechs a little bit more once we get to mech invaders. This is dumb. I'm still alive. Low on imagination. I shouldn't use that, because I won't have an equivalent to that. Hello, Ronan. You are quick. You're rather rapid. Hello, things shooting at me as well. Welcome to the stream. I'm alive, not convinced I would be alive. There's also that spot, because I have seen, like, it's not uncommon for enemies to get just stuck there. But I don't know what actually causes them to get stuck. It is something which seems to happen quite frequently. Maybe there's something in abusing that. But yeah, is what we're at the next wave now, right? So is there genuinely no way back out of bounds? Maybe this takes more workshopping. I really assumed there would be some mechs. It's looking like there aren't any. So does this still work? Yep. Yes, it does. Deal damage to you, but not enough. Not enough to one-hit kill me, which is all that really matters. And I can stun lock. So, in principle, that's fine. Okay. What's it? She is a hell of a lot of health. Issue is, I think I really need to be out of bounds for the horseman. So, I'm going to try a really dumb idea. Okay, wait, I'm gonna... Ow. Ooh, that actually... Wait, that does one-shot me, right? Yeah, I know you're there. I also have sold basically all of my healing items, which I didn't quite realise I was doing until after the fact. So it's good that I normally have a loadout, or that my normal loadout doesn't actually require any. Okay. Guess we go. We'll jump over to here, just to get her as close in this direction as we can, just in the right general area. We move up to somewhere like here, and we try and do something very dumb and actually jump off of her. It's the only thing I can think of at the moment. And like, that is... That's dumb. That's not... I don't see that working. Like, I'm taking way too much damage to pull that off as it is. I mean, the thing is, on her own, she's not actually difficult. What are my options? Well, for this, what if I just do this? And honestly, for instance, I just want to kill her quickly at the moment, and I'm fairly like happy that we can, at least in principle. Let's just go for a high DPS strategy. To be fair, if we're allowing stuff, can maybe also allow enchanted dragons too in the run, because like hardcore killing a dragon, yeah, that's doable. It's very doable. The Forbidden Valley dragons are pretty darn easy. They weren't nice enough to put that close off this route, which makes sense. However, wonder what these... Okay, these are standable. They're not particularly tall. That goes up stupidly far. I don't have a plan. I think I'm out of ideas at the moment. I thought this would be enough. Would be enough to pull this off. Seems it isn't. Okay, I can't think of anything. Oh, no, I mean, yes, I can. Yeah, but really, at this stage... Oh, no, jump back. Okay, cool. Okay, there. I'm probably dead. Not dead. That was fun. Yeah, so in principle, I can... Yeah, I can deal damage. Okay, essentially... Like, in principle, I can deal damage away from these. I think what I need to do, I might just take Bat of Nimbus Station and do another scan for out-of-bounds exploits. But that will not be today. So it looks like, for the moment, it looks like I was actually wrong. It's the summary. This feels more or less impossible at the moment. I thought I had the strategies for it. Seems like I don't. At the same time, I killed the horsemen. The horsemen were literally the only things I wanted alive. But outside of a controlled environment... Yeah, duo with hardcore rules, definitely feasible. Actually, that is kind of interesting. Like, duo with hardcore... Oh, I guess... No, to be fair, we can both get out of bounds if we did that. Yeah, I mean, we could do that at some point. It's... Doesn't feel... It's not the challenge I set out to complete. I really thought this might have been it. I just didn't think... Okay, so the other question is, are there any clever ways I can kill King of Hell whilst being out of bounds? That's the other way of looking at this problem. It's like in the worst position to try and come up with such a strategy, though. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so King of Hell, I have to fight there. The like ideas which just spring to mind is I could get underneath the map. Once I'm underneath the map, I could spawn stuff to deal damage for me. Like, that's doable. But yeah, so yeah, I would say actually it's not a bad shout to maybe throw you. Definitely actually sounds possible. So I'd be down to do that at some point with you. But I would also like a way of completing this. So yeah, I can, from out of bounds, I'm fairly happy that I'm very happy I could beat King of Hurl. The only issue is that I don't think is that would, I'm pretty certain, require me getting underneath the map. And once I'm underneath the map, I can't get back out of that. I have no way out in single. To be fair, I don't have a way out in multiplayer. Also, it doesn't. So there are mods on this server, which specifically this guy, which would make it possible for me to do that. However, I don't think I can do it unmodded either. What ways are there of damage? I need some way of damaging King of Hurl from long range. Okay, no, I take it back. This... Okay, maybe. I've got the beginnings of an idea. For a single player. So, issue is, we can't use spring shoes to get out of bounds, right? Because I can't use a weapon to remain in the air. Wait a sec. Wait a second. I'm not going to have enough time, am I? This has fill up. Yeah, it's collision all the way up. In print, what about this? What about getting on top of here? Could probably, with a well-timed jump, and we do have a timer telling us when these are going to spawn in. Come on, it's not enough height. I mean, I could probably get out of Batman. I guess I do have options. Issue is I can't isolate the horsemen, and if I clump them all up into one place, we have issues. Because they can then all kill me. What I want to do is I want to get them stuck on this if I can. Because I know I've seen enemies getting stuck up here. So I need to work out what causes that. Okay, we got potentially one stuck, looks like. All right. This is annoying. Because, yeah, okay, in principle, I can now do this. Ow! Principle might not stand for much. But, yeah, I can, in theory... Ow! I can, in theory, run past, so let's, I guess, give this a go. I want to run past, get them all to use their attacks, or at least get most of them to use their attacks. Okay, now, what I do... Can I de-aggro? I might be able to. I doubt it, though. I think I can de-aggro one of them up here after the update. Okay, but I still... they're still in an attacking cycle. And they're not at the same point in that cycle, which is what makes this difficult. I guess that's because I at one point hit one of them, stunned one of them, but it was at a different time from the others. It would presumably give rise to this same behavior. Like, I can beat this, but yeah, I don't know. I am out of ideas. Oh, that's just so annoying. I really, really thought this... Oh, to be fair, actually. Oh, I can mess around with out-of-bounds tricks here, but that doesn't make a difference, right? Because this is only for the final round, and, like, I'm willing to believe that, in principle, I can beat, like, many rounds on their own. The entire point of this, though, was the fact that I'd come up with a nice way of chaining them together such that I could beat all of them. Unless... This will be dumb. This would be incredibly dumb. It would also be incredibly me. And it could have been missed by the original devs. Additionally, it becomes easier to jump on projectiles when you're above whatever's firing them. So, like, it's almost impossible. When you're projectile jumping with mechs, let me just get up from here, might be easier. This might actually be it. Because, like, my general rule is that the devs weren't, back in live, weren't really aware of tree jumping. Or at least they didn't care about patching it. So, tree jumping is an exploit you can use almost anywhere. So maybe that's it. Also, I love how this has just turned into a sandbox. Like, they're stuck. There's nothing they can do. I'm not going to fight them. Didn't really need that speed boost and didn't really help me. Oh, I can get straight up. Saw that. Thought I saw that anyway. The issue is, even if I pulled this off, I'd also, like, I'd have to be able to pull this off in between. Even if I could pull this off in principle, I'd have to be able to pull this off in between two rounds. And now I just lost the easiest way of getting up into one of those. Well, possibly not the easiest. I think it's actually probably just as hard. Okay, so I want to land on that top point. Also, incidentally, because this was a matter of surprise to Idefix recently, I am, in fact, a trackpad gamer. Okay, I wonder how high... So I'm trying to think. There's a chance that I could maybe use a spring shoe fling to get me up there. Ooh! Fun. I mean, don't act surprised now. We had this discussion the other day. I mean, to be fair, Idefix was as surprised as he is acting now. He was that surprised then. Yeah, so any ninja being bad at parkour, you can attribute to trackpad gaming. I really, I'm really wishing. No, no, I was being fully serious. I am trackpad. I will. I don't know how I'd send proof because like the only camera I have is the one attached to my laptop. Um, and so the only way I'd be able to show that is so I couldn't. I guess to be fair, I could even be editing stuff together. I'll at some point get a friend to video me doing some hard jumps. Okay. Probably missed that. This is hard. This is a genuinely pretty hard jump. So I guess, okay, so strategy-wise, I was thinking I'd have to do this quickly, but I don't. I just have to get one enemy stuck. Okay, because I can just do, on any of those rounds, I can do exactly what I'm doing here. So what, after King of Hurl, we've got a ton of Hammer Hurl Stromlings, right? Or, first round is Hammer Stromlings, then Hammer Hurl Stromlings round after. Or Hammer and Hammer Hurl. So, okay, so the first round, I just get one Hammer Stromling stuck. Is then I think the play. Get that guy stuck so the round doesn't continue. So I can... The thing is, I don't even know even if I do pull this off, I don't know if it helps. This is the point where normally I would swap server and start testing with Jetpack. Because I don't know what the terrain's like. Specifically, I wonder about that wall up ahead. I don't know where I am. I'm there. Huh. Okay. Yeah, so I can't make it. No, I don't want to fall there. Can I just get up into that tree straight off? Obviously, I won't be able to do this. Won't be able to do this in an actual run, but that's fine. Like, in an actual... Like, this is just for testing purposes at this stage. So the reason I can't do this in an actual one is because I won't have this statue, because I'll be doing this after the King of Hell fight. I really want to ground pound to stabilize myself, and if I do, I lose the other way up. Okay, but that does work, so I guess I can ground pound to stabilize if I... Will that smash it? It won't. Interesting. Will this? No. Yeah, okay, so we can get up to there. Actually, I guess I can get straight up to there. Wedge myself between that sideways tree branch and the trunk. Maybe. I can't get straight there, actually. Okay. No, can I? No, I don't have enough visibility to pull that off. You send me a mouse. Honestly, I think I'd be freaking awful with the mouse. Just because I am now so used to this. Wait, is this just the same? No, it's the same tree but rotated, right? It is. Okay, so that doesn't actually get me. So that doesn't get me any extra height. The question then is how high the hitbox is on that. Here's the thing. There's a good amount of... The devs inserted something. The devs, like, they made a certain hitbox higher so you couldn't get up. However, if you are able to get up, sometimes like the higher hitbox actually gives you an advantage. That's the moral of this like standard route onto the Paradox building in Nimbus Station. That's how that works. One with 100 clicks per second. Oh, you're cold. Hey, being made there is Tristan there in chat the other day. Well, I'm assuming, or you're just referencing the event which occurred, but okay, at the very least, Cold did Coldfire, who you would have seen earlier, accidentally bought 5 exceptional pea shooters whilst using a mouse with some like built-in auto-click features. Come on. Wait. This is not how this ends. Why do they have something there to damage you if you're literally not meant to be able to get up here? Freaking soft locked. No. Well, I guess that ends this. So, okay. Things to note. So, it's definitely possible to then get onto the walls of this. I wonder if you could then get from there up onto the wall over there. I mean, we won't find out in this run. This will be probably some testing I will do whilst at home. But, alright, yes. In principle... I guess in principle we don't even need mech jumps. We don't even need mech bullet jumps anymore. Because with a bit of precise parkour... Well, if that works, we don't need mech jumps. Yeah. I think that's got to be the conclusion then. So, okay. So, what we've achieved, we know... yeah. Out of bounds, that all works. We can get to King of Hurl safely. And I made it to, what, round 14 or something like that? Safely, like... I think I made it to wave 14. I completed wave 13. That's where I died last time. Okay. So... yeah, okay. So it's just a question, but the issue is if we do that with King of Hurl, there's nothing you can mech jump off of, at least not easily, on the next couple of rounds. It may be possible, like in theory, it should be possible to mech jump with the mech invader bullets, but the issue is they are so much more... they fire straight. They don't have the seeking, and the seeking is what makes it really easy to mech jump. So we don't have the advantage of that. Potential routes, we could maybe... So I don't think mechs seem to fly in this version, which is really... or in BoNS, as they do in AGS, which means, in theory, I could get above a mech. I could use some of these jumps to actually get height on a mech. And if I manage to do that... then the mech firing up from beneath me, I might be able to projectile jump on the bullets from below. We have issues, though, with the fact those bullets would actually hit me, I'm fairly certain. And so we'd have issues with that. The alternative is I just investigate. You can probably use this just to get directly out of bounds, if I had to guess. Ow. Freaking hate this. This is literally just here to torment me. For the fact that, yes, I did something dumb. I messed up and I got stuck. Well, if you were here to watch me become the first person to do something, then It's a fair chance you're going to get to see that. I'm probably the first person in LEGO Universe's history who's ever died to this. Because there's no way you should ever really hit this normally. I guess maybe you can hit it from outside the wall, but... So, yeah, I think I'm going to call it. Thank you very much for watching. Been Ninja Value, and I will see you around. Bye. Anticlimactic.